We got a crazy outlier this week, everybody. Yes, we do. I don't know if it's going to stick, if it's really going to happen, but it's with our median sales price. Hi, my name is Nicole Black, your Arizona Realtor. And already, I know we're 4 days into June, but our median sale price went from like 454,000 to 500,000. I think it's a little bit of a blip. Let's give it the month because that seems crazy, right? Especially going into our hotter months where usually sales do slow down. It's not exactly where we're thinking price is going to start climbing. But let's get in today. We're going to talk about two bills that got passed to quote help this housing industry in Arizona, and then also some other programs that have been introduced that also are supposed to help. Where I feel all this trying to help could actually hurt. But I want to know your comments as well. Let's dive into that. And then, of course, we're going to cover our stuff in Arizona, our supply, our demand, our active listing. So you know always what's going on and where we're at. Let's dive into our first article. Our first article is about Zillow. Zillow is piloting a program in Arizona. So they're going to offer mortgages where all you have to do is put 1% down. And they are coming in, of course, with the intent and the motivation that they feel it's too hard for people to afford to buy a home, and saving for the down payment is one of those things. So if we can just have 1% down, that's going to make a world of difference. I don't know. Because one, if you're putting 1% down, and let's say this market corrects, what is your equity position in 2 years? Can you hold on? Can you afford it? I don't know. I get the intent, but I feel like it's almost, for lack of a better of an analogy, is telling somebody, oh, you don't have a car. I'm going to drive you someplace, drop you off, and I hope you can make it back home. We'll see, right? You don't have any way of knowing if it's really going to be okay or not. So I don't feel that when people are making the biggest financial purchase of their life, putting them in a vulnerable position is going to help. That's just my opinion. I don't know. Leave your comments below if you think this is awesome or what you think could be the potential downside or upside to it. Okay, the next article we have is the government trying to help. So we've got two bills that Katie Hobbs signed for the housing market to help with our affordability issue. So one thing that they've done is they have allowed single family home development areas that are zoned for single family homes to now developers can come in and put in multi-family homes, so duplexes, triplexes, and fourplexes. And this makes me nervous, not because I don't think that's a great idea. I think that's awesome and amazing to help with affordability and doing this program. But what I heard, and quote me you guys if I'm wrong, but what I heard is, guess what didn't go in that bill? It didn't exclude investors in Wall Street. Wall Street, the iBuyers, they have come in and they have hurt our single family home market so much. And this, to me, if I'm on Wall Street and I saw this, I was like, oh, this is a great opportunity for us to make more money, to build these complexes, get more people in there and more rents. So I'm scared of it because I think it's actually going to do the reverse effect of what they wanted, unless they add something to this bill that says, sorry, Wall Street, you can't come in and do that. This is for people to buy homes and not rent. And the other one is the casita bill. And this allows where there may be a zoning in that area where you couldn't build a casita on your property, where now that you can rent that out. I think that's just marginal of what that could do. Also, I look at that and go, Wall Street, coming on in. Oh, I can buy this house, I can rent it out, and then I can actually put another rental unit on that property. To me, this just screams an opportunity for Wall Street to come in, unless again they change this. Or if you guys know something different, let me know. Put your comments, your thoughts below. Let's get this conversation going. And if you can add something to it, super appreciate it. Okay, so that's enough about my rant about the bills and the stuff that Zillow and everybody's trying to do to help this market, which I personally don't feel that it is going to move the needle or really help. I feel like it might actually do the opposite. So let's talk about what's happening in our neck of the woods here in Arizona with our market update. Real quick, we got this article by Redfin where it says the 14 U.S. metros where the number of houses for sale is bouncing back to pre-pandemic levels. And guess who made the list? Phx, Arizona. We're on there. Phoenix, Mesa, Chandler, they call it. So this is the active listings per 10,000 housing units, May 2019 to May 2024. And as you can see, we were at 90. We dipped down. We're up to 92. So we have a plus 11% increase for our 5-year change. So our supply is recovering from our pandemic levels, but let's take a look at that really looks like today in our neighborhood. Okay, as you can see here, we're using Cromford Market or Cromford Report. We always use Cromford because it's specific to Arizona. It's been around for over 20 years and very, very accurate. Get good data from Cromford. So if you haven't heard of it, it's because it's just in Arizona. So you can see where our active listings weekly count is. It is this purple line right here, and we were at 16,189. So again, we still are at the highest level of supply of homes on our resale market since 2020. So we are coming up, so you can see that probably is correct what they're saying. That's why Phoenix made the list. But see, as we get closer here, this is what I want to watch. Are we going to top 2022 when we had the most amount of supply? When we get to that time of the year, we're going to keep an eye on that because that will be very interesting to see. Next, we have our demand. I always say, put your money where your mouth is. Our listings under contract. So you can see that has slowly been following the natural seasonal pattern of going down towards this time of year. But have prices gone down? Sales have gone down, but have prices gone down on these houses? No. That's like it's this huge dichotomy. It's like where our sales are going down, our supply is going up, but so are our prices. And so are the interest rates. So it's crazy. So you can see we hit our peak in June of or July of 2022, actually more May, June 2022. And then they came down when interest rates started to go up. But we recovered in 2023. And this is the anomaly I just talked about in the beginning of the video is we are at a median monthly sale price at $500,000 starting in June. But I have to be honest with you guys. It's only been 4 days. So I would think it's going to correct as we get closer to the end of the month. But let's see. We're going to keep an eye out on it weekly and what's going to happen. But it's just crazy because we talked about this last week where there was an article and it talked about interviewing clients in 2020 and 2021 and asking them what they thought the value of their home was. And they were so low because the prices were going up so fast that almost appraisers couldn't even keep up with it. It was hard to even find comps because they're just going so quickly. So people realistically didn't know what their home was worth during that time. They're pricing low or guessing low. Obviously, the realtors came and go, no, we've got these comps to support. It's really here. Now in 2024, oh my gosh, the things that people think their house are worth, so high, unrealistic. Like, okay, now, so we went from the unrealistic low in 2020, 2021 to the unrealistic high. So people are asking for the moon and some of them above for their houses. So that can be why, since that shift occurred, while these sellers are staying so strong on keeping their prices high, but two things are occurring. One, either they're getting their listing price and they're giving concessions. Two, they're definitely coming down a little bit on price. And there's actually the other component is we have more cancellations than we have of listings in the past couple years. So as you can see here, we've been at the highest cancellation list of listings in a very long time, and we are staying above it for the most part. So these people who think that they can get $900,000 for their house when really the comps are supporting $750,000, they are just going, okay, well, we tried and we're just not going to move. So they just cancel their listing right now. So we've got that going on. And then, like I told you, also we have the seller concessions. We're again higher than we've ever been in years with them actually giving concessions. And I can guarantee you a lot of that is probably to help buy down that rate, right? That helps with affordability when you go from 7% to 5%. It is huge to help. So a lot of that's probably going to buy down rates. And lastly, what I want to show you here is the median sale price map, because if you're looking to move, if you live here and you're looking to move to a different area, or you're from a different state and you want to move to Arizona, the first question you've got to ask is, what is your affordability for you? What do you want to pay for a home? What are you comfortable paying for a home? And on this map, it actually shows us that if it's purple, it's going to be over 3 million. Is going to be the median sold price. As you can see, all the way down to all these light blues, it can be 489, 324,000. So I feel like this is really helpful to start. So if you are looking to move in Arizona and the Phoenix metro area, DM, call, text. I can send this map to you. I can help you understand the areas to focus on for your affordability and then do a deep dive, of course, into the other questions that go into where you want to live as well. So this is just really helpful tool that we have to help because if you don't know where to go, well, affordability is going to be a question, right? So this can help give you a good gauge. So typically in Arizona, when we get to the summer months, it slows down. It's sometimes an opportunity for people to potentially get a better price on a home, have less competition to buy a home because not as many people are buying in 120. But historically, the past 3 year, couple years, that hasn't really been happening. It's still going pretty well in the summer months. So we're seeing a slowdown a little bit, obviously on the sales. Let's see if that goes back to our historical time where before the pandemic, where we would see seasonality, the Arizona real estate market slow down in the summer months. The other question you have to ask yourself too is what could influence and change that? What happens if the feds do decide to drop the rates during that time? What's going to happen to our market then? I don't know, but we're definitely going to absolutely keep an eye on it each and every week. So if you have any questions at all, please always feel free to call, text, email, whatever your preferred communication is, and we will get back to you wherever you are in the world today. I hope you're doing absolutely amazing, and never forget, we are always here for you.